Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Taurus energy. I'm going to get out a few tarot cards and then we'll get clarifiers on them to fill out the story of what might be going on in Taurus energy. And keep in mind, we all kind of tap into Taurus energy. It has to do with our belief systems and, if we're willing to put in work and effort into our commitments because we want to move forward in the energy of love and hope and faith and belief. And other people can kind of be in a little more shadowy Taurus energy where it's just about surrounding themselves with the luxuries of life because they maybe have fear and insecurities or pride and ego issues or whatever that keep them from moving forward in the energy of a more balanced, loving relationship. Okay, I think we're going to end there. The bottom of the deck is Six of Wands. What's victory? What is victory? Is it worldly victory? Is it all about people thinking you're amazing or having worldly possessions and wealth? Or is it the Six of Wands is actually about rising above your inner conflict and your own competitive nature to feel victorious within yourself? So we have the Aquarius star energy, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So I would say for you positive Taurus energies of the world, we are going to read this from both ways, people who are in shadowy energy and people who are in positive energy. But you positive people, took time to step back to get some perspective on your life. You saw things from the bigger picture. You had hope, faith, and belief there could be healing. You're willing, to, step out of societal norms in order to bring about needed change in your life and help in the world, So as you move forward, you could have been, trying to get your balance as you move forward. Some of you could have had a wish and a dream in the past, maybe with a certain person that you viewed as a partner. But maybe that was a little more materialistically based. And you're juggling, should you follow that wish and dream of somebody who you maybe always thought was the ideal partner and it would have been really successful according to worldly standards. Maybe it was just based on money and materialism. But you're kind of juggling that and emotional wish fulfillment. And those people who are in positive Taurus energy will see the truth that ever since we're small children, we've learned and grown and matured and thrived in the energy of love. Yep. It's pretty easy to read it that way. We'll do that. Some of you could have had a dream. I see Queen of Pentacles as Taurus energy. You could have had a dream of, maybe some of you had emotionally planned to limit your emotional investment to the world, about worldly abundance and stability. Others of you could have always thought and had a vision of what your future partner would be like, that they'd be practical and grounded, maybe just like you, or that it'd be a relationship where it's more based on money and materialism, possibly. What wasn't being shown was, because these came out in reverse like this, was that, seeing things from the bigger picture, the universe wants people to be in life-giving energy of the sun, where people are authentically themselves, not according to what the world says, but they're authentically themselves. In life-giving energy, where they're in Libra Taurus energy, they're balanced and just and fair. They're putting in that hard work and effort in their commitments and their relationships and in their 3D world, but they're also tapped into their fiery nature and their loving nature, where they're creative and inspired. And, we're meant to create new things in our life, just like, the divine creates things. We are also able to create new things. If we're aligned within ourselves, um, being creative and inspired and treating ourselves in a just and fair manner, we're kind of like firing on all cylinders. Male or female, the Empress energy represents emotionally being willing to give birth to new things, new ideas, new inventions, new creations. You're creative and inspired, and a new you. Continually willing to give birth to new things in your life. And it takes time, just like a pregnancy. It takes time for things to grow. You got to put in work and effort, and time goes by, and it might go through some painful processes, but eventually you'll give birth to a blessing, a gift from the universe. Since these came in reverse before, some people might have had a dream of, again, it kind of being all about the world where they rejected love. The Empress does everything from love, and in the light of the universe, So, if you had that as a dream in the past, you could have kind of been juggling, if you should move forward or not. Maybe that was the relationship that was right for you. You're kind of a little defensive, maybe of moving forward in the energy of love, some Tauruses, you know? But it's kind of like, the universe is saying, be in that inner youthful nature. Don't be so defensive to listening to your emotional side. What is the opposite sign of Taurus is Scorpio energy. Very deep emotions, and we're amazingly complex emotional beings, So, kind of wondering, should I be defensive and turn my back on love? Or should I have good boundaries to protect my future? And in my future, I want there to be love. Am I going to make it all about the 3D world or not? Let's see. So then we come to Nine of Cups, emotional wish fulfillment. Do we speak the truth? Do we see the truth that being emotionally fulfilled and happy is more important than being surrounded by luxuries in life? I mean, hopefully, we find balance between the two. There's no reason it has to be this way or that way. In Libra energy, do we live our life in a way that's balanced? Is it going to be tipped out of balance, all about the 3D world? The universe thinks there's more to life than that. So in the Libra Justice card, it's like, what is true justice? Are you willing to speak the truth, fight for the truth? There might be some people in your life that you view as emotional wish fulfillment who do harness positive Libra energy or are a Libra. You find them to be just and fair. You find them to be your emotional wish fulfillment. Do you see the truth of that? Do you give up on maybe a wish and a dream that you thought your life was going to be like all your life? Maybe some of you, we all have all these different aspects within ourselves. Maybe you'd always plan to align with your Taurus nature, not your Libra nature. But for others of you, if you were going to keep moving forward, you'd have to speak the truth and see the truth. You'd have to be just and fair and balanced. You'd have to be willing to fight for the truth. And then we have the Ace of Swords truth card here. If we're going to move forward in truth, that would be getting in flow with the universe. The universe wants you to learn and grow and expand and be creative and inspired. So, you'd be in the flow, instead of like trying to paddle uphill to keep staying, no, back here. I always had a dream that I was going to be in my Taurus energy, all about the 3D world, or be with someone who is like that, or where it's all about money and practical and grounded and, I was kind of defensive of love and being just and fair and balanced. And I didn't know if I wanted to go for emotional wish fulfillment because, I just had never really, that wasn't my dream when I grew up. But now the truth is that for you positive people, you're willing to bring down those old foundations and let go of a third party situation or triangulated type relationships. If we're just going to make things about the world and we're not doing it from the energy of love, which would be truth, we're being in more triangulated relationships where it's kind of more emotionally manipulative, passive aggressive, a little cold shoulder, playing you off my friends and family or whatever, not quite aligned with love. So, I think the truth is, for some people, they might have had victory. Oh, here we got the Three of Cups. They could have had victory with a third party type relationship, but it maybe was kind of heartbreaking because it really wasn't your emotional wish fulfillment. It was maybe very stable and abundant, practical and grounded, but it wasn't, Nine of Cups. From Three of Cups to Nine of Cups is a Six of Cups. And Six of Cups is where you work together with people, each of you operating from an emotional foundation and kind of in that pure innocent nature. So some of you could have gone within to gain insight and wisdom about that. And decided, the Virgo Hermit, Earth sign energy, goes within to gain insight and wisdom about what is victory. What does it mean to work together with people emotionally? What does it mean to be balanced between my heart and my mind so I don't have inner conflict? What does it mean to heal? And when a person comes out of Virgo Hermit, they're like a wise sage in the world. And then their foundation can move forward aligned within themselves, being balanced and just and fair, aligned with the emotional cups, where they dream of taking Aries, bold, confident action in their life to be willing to grow and learn and expand, to put in a lot of creative, inspired effort. And part of Taurus energy maybe is like, oh, I don't really do the creative thing, not really the love thing, for some people. But you're going to put in a lot of creative effort to move forward and offer love to the future and possibly to your opposite sign of the zodiac, Scorpio. If we're tipped too far, if you look at the wheel of the zodiac and listing the zodiac signs, Taurus is on one side, earthly, grounded, practical. And on the other side is Scorpio. And, we need to kind of be in the middle of the zodiac wheel where we can draw the resources from all the different zodiac signs. And you are going to make an offer to your Scorpio nature to see through illusion and see all the emotional possibilities of being willing to trust the universe and have hope, faith, and belief, instead of maybe keeping your emotions hidden beneath the surface, being a King of Pentacles, all about the world. Okay, now let's see if we have this. Oh, I did get some Lantern Oracle cards. So we got Strength of Vulnerability. The power lies at the root of a perceived weakness. So yeah, if we think emotions aren't our strength, really that's where we find our greatest strength from. Whatever is our weakness is the thing we need to work on, and that's where we'll find our greatest strength, is what they say anyway. Emptied. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. And misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects in our life. Once we face all of the aspects in our life in the same direction. And the reason is because of forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. So once we heal from any self-limiting beliefs, past pain and heartbreak that made us not want to move forward in an emotional manner. We're incredibly complex emotional human beings, that it can be scary, but if we deal with them, it opens up a whole new spectrum to our life. So, there could have been some people who could have been in a partnership with someone that did see things from the bigger picture. And they could have been in that relationship and it was victorious. But the person who is kind of in shadowy Taurus energy wasn't showing that they really maybe like to be the center of attention in their Leo sun energy. And they also might like to be the pampered person. And they like to be surrounded by luxuries in life. So it's kind of like it was a dream come true. I was with someone who is emotionally nurturing and loving. I wasn't showing the fact that I really like to be the center of attention and have all the attention on me. But I was kind of juggling and not really investing because I'm kind of defensive to offering love, because someone who wants to be the center of attention and operating from their pride and ego, they're tipped out of balance. They want people who enable them. And, they don't offer themselves the love to get balance. So they're kind of defensive of investing in love because they have fear and insecurity. So some people in their shadowy Taurus energy could have decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to go emotionally indulge myself in worldliness and being surrounded by luxuries in life. I think that in my kind of shadowy Libra energy, I think that's just and fair. And I'm going to be defensive to the past because I want to move forward with my own ideas. And my own ideas are that I'm going to let go of whatever foundation I was working on. I'm going to quit working together with them emotionally because I think I can have victory with a third party. I'll make a mind over heart decision if I need to, but I'm going to hide that my foundation is kind of aligned with a dream where I get to act on what I want to act on and what drives me. And maybe what drives this person is being in shadowy Taurus energy, that I want to be surrounded by luxuries of life. I want to be the pampered person in a relationship. So I'm going to maybe put in a lot of creative effort to offer my emotions maybe to a Scorpio, a Queen of Cups, but someone who I think that is loving, who I think I can make an offer to, and I'm just going to create an illusion that I'm willing to take a leap of faith with them. I'm actually hiding that I'm doing it because I want to be a King of Pentacles. So be careful out there. Got to listen to your intuition. Let's go see in why are people defensive of offering love? Okay. Well, they hold back from going with the flow of the universe and being in life-giving energy of love and being authentically themselves because they're a little selfish and greedy and they cling to an old foundation. So they are going to take creative action to create an illusion. They might offer a new intimate beginning with a Gemini. Or someone in Gemini energy, maybe somebody who they think does seem like they can manifest their dreams into reality. Or they actually offer their own creative efforts into being manipulative and creating an illusion. And then they go get relationships that reflect that too. And again, they're offering the Ace of Wands back here. They're going to make an offer to a Queen of Pentacles so that they can be the shining star, that, you know, they can be surrounded by luxuries in life. But they're not showing that person that. They did reject being authentically themselves and being creative and inspired, and they probably rejected other people in their life that were like that in order to pursue this dream that they have. And their dream is, I do want to be surrounded by luxuries of life, and I'm going to go have a new intimate beginning, maybe with the Queen of Pentacles, so I can see my dream come true. And I'm going to create an illusion about that, because I'm not really coming from love. You know, I'm coming more from selfishness, greed, or whatever. But I'll create an illusion about it, because I think it's just and fair for me to emotionally indulge myself. But for some of those people that thought they were going to have victory, and initially they maybe did have victory for a while, the truth might have come out. Karmic wheel changed, and maybe that foundation blew up, and that third party kind of triangulated relationship blew up. What was the truth that came out? That they're actually in a mental prison about investing. Yeah, people who are in shadowy energy of fear and insecurity, you know, they're not willing to put in the work and effort it takes to, you know, move forward in their life. They might put in a lot of work and effort to build material wealth, but not to get out of a mental prison, to get out of their fears and insecurities. So because this person had some fears and insecurities about continuing to invest in this relationship, the relationship could have ended. What are their fears and insecurities about investing? They'd have to walk away from old ways of being, and they'd have to take creative, inspired action to become emotionally brave and strong and confident. You know, they'd have to step into their life. They'd have to step into their Leo energy. You know, and instead, this person walks away from relationships and they just move forward trying to be brave and strong, and maybe create the illusion that they're brave and strong. Because, well, let's ask, on the bottom of it is Three of Swords. They have fears of walking away from old ways of being, which is kind of creating illusions in relationships. Because if they're not going to create illusions in relationships, they have to become emotionally brave and strong if they're going to come from love. And they'd have to deal with their past pain and heartbreak in order to do that. I would think it seems worth it, but I don't know. I guess they're not. I mean, well, some of them could have just wanted a victory with a Taurus. You know, kind of like a sexual victory. So they were actually juggling them and maybe their emotional wish fulfillment. They were actually defensive of offering love to this person, but they didn't mind having a new Ace of Wands beginning with them. And maybe when the truth came out that they weren't really willing to invest in this person that they went and got in a relationship with, this person walked away. Some of them maybe could communicate to a Leo that they're heartbroken. Maybe their own pride and ego saying, I'm heartbroken now. What will the Leo say in response to them approaching them? You had a win at all costs attitude and didn't care who got hurt when you ended things. You're emotionally shallow in your Scorpio emotions. You think life is just about death, sex, taxes. And what will the person say in response? They maybe say, when I get in a Gemini love connection, I hide that I'm deceptive and manipulative. And that I don't know, I'll create arguments or fights. Well, let's go see why. Why would they be defensive? Why be deceptive and manipulative? Maybe they extremely feel left out in the cold or have lack mentality, and they're unwilling to take creative, inspired, youthful action or communicate because they're in a mental prison. Where are we at? 26 minutes. Why are they Five of Pentacles in reverse? Oh, they could really fear that they would be left out in the cold. Could be one thing. A Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Tower, Three of Cups. They're maybe manipulative and deceptive, fearful of being left out in the cold and left in a mental prison. A Scorpio or a mother figure in their life could have told them to hold back from ending things with a third party, because you need to consider what you're investing in, and it's all about the 3D world. You know, don't end things with the third party, because maybe it's a good investment to invest with that person. Also, this person, this is Scorpio energy, and they hold back from it. And because of that, it ends up causing major disruptions in relationships that they're working together with people on. Because again, there's Seven of Pentacles person who I'm not willing to put in the work and effort, maybe to figure out why I'm a Four of Pentacles person. Let's go ask, why are they a Four of Pentacles person? Why are they a Four of Pentacles person? A Four of Pentacles person is someone who's unwilling to open up, unwilling to work cooperatively with others, unwilling to move forward. They cling to an old foundation that they don't want to let go of. They can be selfish. They can be greedy. Oh my. We have juggling, mental conflict, inner conflict, competitive in their Taurus, Scorpio. They juggle and they don't really invest because they have mental conflict about competition. Maybe anytime they get in a relationship, they're afraid that other person will leave. This person needs to work on their self-esteem. They could always be afraid that that person's going to leave. That's why they have mental conflict about competition. So their Taurus energy, their belief system, Taurus represents our belief system, decides to kind of be in shallow Scorpio emotions, where I'm not really going to invest my emotions. I might be a little intimidating and controlling. I've decided life is just about death, sex, taxes, and I am going to be defensive to moving forward because that would require me to heal from past pain and heartbreak that makes me so defensive of there being competition. Well, I guess then keep enjoying your life the way it is and living in a mental prison, but until you decide that you deserve to be happy and treat yourself with love and compassion, forgiveness and respect, and patience and self-discipline, so that then you can go be in relationships with other people that way. And if those people aren't just and fair and reciprocal, you say bye. You know, you want people who are emotionally self-sovereign, people who speak the truth, people who are willing to fight for the truth, people who are just and fair and balanced. And if they're not, you're going to be defensive to them. That would be one choice. And we have no guarantees. You know, what's going to trigger someone to not be just and fair? But the whole thing is, if you get in a relationship with someone and they end up wigging out and who knows what they go do, you know, if you treat yourself in a loving, kind, compassionate manner and you've learned that skill, well, you can nurture yourself. You know, you see things from the bigger picture. It's like, you know what? I know my worth and value. I will nurture myself. I will find my balance, and I will have good boundaries to people of the past, because I want people who come from that pure, innocent, loving nature in my future. I want to be happy and truth and just and fairness and balance. And I am willing to move forward and let old foundations go of people who don't want to work together emotionally, not being competitive, you know, who want to move forward in victory. And when people decide that they think they're going to go have another relationship with someone else, it's like, well, I will make a mind over heart decision. I will go within to gain insight and wisdom about it, and I'll still be stable and abundant moving forward, because I keep myself aligned with love. And I keep having dreams, you know. We don't want to let people who are in shadowy energy of fear and insecurity and whatever drag the rest of us down just because they have those kind of issues. You know, we don't want the shadow basically to get another person in their snare. It's like, you know what? I can deal with it. I see the truth of it. I wish you peace, love, and joy. I will find my balance. I choose to be happy every day. You know, if anybody wants to come into my life that wants to speak the truth and be just and fair and balanced and put an end to triangulated type relationships and actually be reciprocal and aligned with the energy of love, well, then we can move forward, you know, on our friendship and see where things go. But otherwise, you know, I guess some of these people just really don't think they have the emotional foundation to withstand a relationship not working out in the future. They're very afraid of competition. They could have inner conflict about commitment. They could have inner conflict about transforming, of speaking the truth, of healing. You know, some people got a lot of issues they need to deal with. So there you go, Taurus. You positive people, though, it looks like you're moving forward in a positive way. You are going to move forward and work together with others who want to work together emotionally with you, being in your Scorpio emotions to boot. So there you go. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.